Okay, students, are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
It's visible.
Okay, fine, good. So in the morning session, we have studied about the kinetics of batch culture. I want you to show one experiment that how do we go about in the lab to estimate the kinetics. What do I mean by kinetics? I mean, how do I find out the specific growth rate and the doubling time, which I discussed in my morning session. So first I will show you and tell you the protocol, and then we will have one demo. I have a recorded video in which I will be showing how it is done in the lab. So to determine the specific growth rate and doubling time of E. coli, what is E. coli, students? E. coli is a bacteria. So we need the media. The media for growing E. coli is Luria broth. Composition of Luria broth includes NaCl, peptone and yeast extract. As I was telling you that we need to have one carbon source, we need to have one protein source, nitrogen source, we need to have water, and we need to have ions. So in the Luria broth, yeast extract, peptone, NaCl and water are added. NaCl is providing the essential ions, sodium and chloride, yeast extract for providing the carbon, and peptone for providing the nitrogen. So I hope you are clear that for growing the E. coli, I need to first prepare Luria broth. So Luria broth is made using these components: peptone, yeast extract, NaCl and water. Once you have made the media, you can look here. In the principle is clear to you, I guess, because same principle I told you in the morning class, that microbes can grow in the batch, fed batch and continuous culture mode. Most common type of the culture in the lab is batch culture, and batch culture has 6 phases: lag, acceleration, log, deacceleration, stationary and death phase. So lag phase is my adaptation phase, where microbes are going to make important enzymes and proteins. In the log phase, they are going to divide exponentially, followed by a stationary phase because the media has exhausted and the growth rate becomes constant, and at the end they start dying. So microbial growth rate is measured by a formula, specific growth rate mu, which in terms of log is written as ln x2 minus ln x1 upon t2 minus t1. You can see on my screen. So that means when I need to find out the amount of growth taking place, I need to find out these parameters. I have highlighted what is the biomass at initial time x1, what is the biomass after a particular time t x2, what is the initial time when I started the experiment t1, and what is the final time t2. So if I know these parameters, किस समय हमने ग्रोथ स्टार्ट करी, कितने टाइम बाद हमने इनोकुलम विड्रॉ किया ओडी लेने के लिए, इनिशियल बायोमास कितना था और मेरा फाइनल बायोमास कितना होगा, अगर मुझे ये पता है तो मैं म्यू निकाल सकती हूँ. Okay, let us come back to what all is required to carry out this experiment. One thing which we require is the media. After the media, I need what? Waiting room. Okay. After the media preparation, I need to sterilize it. How do I sterilize it in the lab? We have got autoclave. Okay. We have got autoclave, and autoclaves works on the principle that you are going to put anything at 15 psi pressure and at 121 degrees centigrade for 20 to 30 minutes, it will get autoclaved. So I will show you the autoclave also in my demo practical that I have recorded, that how do we do it. So first we need to prepare Luria broth because it is the media for growing E. coli, step number 1. Then we have to sterilize it by autoclaving. Autoclaving is keeping the media at 121 degrees centigrade temperature and 15 psi for 20 minutes. Then what I do is that I take 12 test tubes of 25 ml capacity. In each test tube, I will add Luria broth and I will label the test tubes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why I am doing this? क्योंकि मुझे अलग-अलग intervals पे अपने biomass की reading लेनी पड़ेगी. तो इन test tubes में media डालने के बाद, what I will do is that I will be inoculating with 200 microliters fresh culture of E. coli in the laminar air flow. लेमिनार क्या होता है? लेमिनार इज अ इक्विपमेंट which provides sterile conditions. कल मैंने आपको ये बात बताई थी कि अगर हम ओपन एयर में मीडिया बना के बिना स्टरलाइज करे इनोक्यूलेशन कर देते हैं तो प्रॉब्लम ये आएगी कि जितने भी माइक्रोब्स हैं एयर में, they will contaminate my culture. So I need to do all the inoculation. I need to put my microbe in the media under sterile conditions. So for that purpose, we have a equipment known as laminar airflow, which uses HEPA filters. HEPA filters can trap the airborne microbes, and entire air within the laminar is contamination free. So we will do the inoculation of this Luria broth with the E. coli in the laminar airflow. After inoculation, these 12 test tubes, I am going to keep on orbital incubator shaker at 37 degrees centigrade and 90 RPM. What is orbital incubator shaker? Orbital incubator shaker is a shaker which provides controlled temperature conditions and controlled RPM. मुझे ये पता है कि अगर मैं बहुत मीडिया को अगर मैं शेक नहीं करूंगी तो क्या होगा, मीडिया में जो भी मीडिया में माइक्रोब्स हैं वो प्रॉपर उनकी मिक्सिंग नहीं होगी तो मीडिया सारे माइक्रोब्स को नहीं मिल पाएगा. So I need to mix the media with the microbes thoroughly throughout the incubation time, and the temperature for E. coli growth is 37 degree. तो अगर मैं उसको बहुत कम टेम्परेचर में रखूंगी तो भी प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगी, और अगर मैं उसको above 50 रखूंगी तो my cells will die. So I need to provide a situation, a controlled environment whereby the temperature is also monitored and speed of rotation, the speed of shaking of the media is also maintained. So you have to remember the steps. I'm again repeating. Make Luria broth by using yeast extract, peptone, NaCl and water. Autoclave it at 121 degrees centigrade, 15 psi in the autoclave. Make test tubes. Go in the laminar airflow, put the cooled media in 12 test tubes, inoculate with 200 microliters of E. coli, fresh E. coli, then put on the orbital incubator shaker at 37 degrees centigrade and 90 RPM. So media will be shaking as well as it will be in the controlled environment conditions. And then after 3 hours, after 72 hours of the incubation, you have to take the OD of these test tubes. Why we need to take the OD and what is the equipment which we use to take the OD? We use a spectrophotometer. A spectrophotometer is an equipment which is used to measure the optical density of the media. Optical density is a measure of concentration of the microbes. कितना हमारा माइक्रोब है उसके लिए हमको उसका ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी लेना पड़ेगा. और स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर के बारे में आपको डिटेल में जानना है तो जस्ट गो ऑन द नेट एंड read Beer-Lambert's law, because spectrophotometer works on the principle of Beer-Lambert's law. There you can find out how my OD is related to the concentration. बेसिकली हम एब्जॉर्बेंस लेते हैं सेल्स की और एब्जॉर्बेंस के बेसिस पे हमको कंसंट्रेशन पता चल जाती है. ठीक है ना. अब यहाँ तक तो बात हो गई कि हमने उसकी एब्जॉर्बेंस ले ली. नाउ द क्वेश्चन कम्स कि म्यू निकालने के लिए तो मुझे ln x1 और x2 चाहिए था. इनिशियल अमाउंट में मेरा बायोमास का कितना कंसंट्रेशन था x1 और बाद में कितना था. तो जो हमने पहली टेस्ट ट्यूब विड्रॉ करी थी, हम ये जो 12 टेस्ट ट्यूब जो हमने 72 आवर्स के लिए रखी थी इंक्यूबेशन में ऑर्बिटल इंक्यूबेटर शेकर पे, 72 घंटे के बाद 72 आवर्स के बाद हमने एक एक करके वो निकालनी शुरू कर दी. ठीक है. तो जो पहली वाली टेस्ट ट्यूब है उसमें हमको ड्राई वेट लेना पड़ेगा. हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा, जैसे मैंने आपको कल बताया था कि हमें अगर सेल्स होते हैं ब्रॉथ में प्रोडक्ट के साथ में तो हमको सेंट्रीफ्यूज करना पड़ेगा ताकि हमारे सेल्स नीचे सेटल डाउन कर लें. सो टेक द टेस्ट ट्यूब नंबर 1, सेंट्रीफ्यूज इट एट 10,000 RPM इन इक्विपमेंट नोन एज माइक्रो सेंट्रीफ्यूज. इससे होगा ये कि सारे सेल्स हमारे नीचे सेटल हो जाएंगे. सेल्स जब हमारे सारे नीचे सेटल हो जाते हैं उसके बाद हमको जो लिक्विड पार्ट है ब्रॉथ का वो डिस्कार्ड कर देना है. और ये जो हमारे सेल्स थे जो नीचे सेटल हो गए थे, वी हैव टू टेक द ड्राई वेट. ड्राई वेट मतलब विदाउट एनी वाटर. सो वी विल पुट देम दोज सेटल्ड test tube number 1 and test tube number 2 which I had centrifuged. I had got my pellet. Now I will keep this pellet for drying in hot air oven. It is again an instrument for drying, for taking out all the water from the sample. उसको पूरा हटा देता है, वो evaporate कर देता है. हॉट एयर ओवन एक इक्विपमेंट है जिसमें कि हम 24 आवर्स के लिए ड्राइंग के लिए रखेंगे. तो 24 आवर्स के बाद ये सारे सेल्स जो हैं ये पाउडर्ड फॉर्म में आ जाएंगे. ठीक है. और पाउडर्ड फॉर्म में जब हमारे सेल्स आ जाएंगे तो हम ये पता कर लेंगे कि उनका वेट कितना है वेइंग बैलेंस पे रख करके. सो लास्ट स्टेप इज वी हैव टू कीप दीज टेस्ट ट्यूब नंबर 1 एंड टेस्ट ट्यूब नंबर 2 का जो सेल्स हमको मिले थे सेंट्रीफ्यूगेशन करके, उनको ड्राई वेट के लिए हमने रख दिया है। और फिर हमने 24 घंटे के बाद वेइंग बैलेंस पे ये देखा है कि उनका x1 और x2 वैल्यू कितना है। और टाइम तो मुझे पता ही है कि पहले वाला जो टेस्ट ट्यूब्स था वो मेरा 0 आवर्स पे मैंने रखा था। 72 घंटे के बाद जो पहला टेस्ट ट्यूब मैंने लिया था, तो दैट मीन 72 आवर्स इज माई T1 एंड T2 इज I am withdrawing my 12th sample at a interval of around 78 to 79 hours. तो मेरे को टाइमिंग भी पता है. So since I know the dry weight and I know the timing, easily I can find out the value of mu. And once I get the value of mu, I can find out my doubling time. How? You remember I told you in the morning the doubling time is given by the equation ln2 upon mu. So ln2 का value is 0.693. Directly by applying the formula 0.693 upon mu. और mu मैंने यहाँ से calculate कर लिया है ये वाले इक्वेशन से, ln x2 minus ln x1 और t2 minus t1 से। ये पता करने के बाद फिर मैं उसका आराम से डबलिंग टाइम निकाल सकती हूँ। तो दैट मीन्स बाय यूजिंग Luria broth, by using the E. coli, by using orbital incubator shaker, laminar airflow, weighing balance, autoclave, spectrophotometer, hot air oven, ये सारे इक्विपमेंट्स यूज करके मैं आराम से किसी भी माइक्रोब के ग्रोथ काइनेटिक्स के ये दो पैरामीटर्स निकाल सकती हूँ बैच कल्चर में। I hope I am very much clear. I'll show you a video whereby it is shown how the lab we are performing all this in the lab. Are you able to see my screen and hear, students? So here a student is working in a laminar airflow and putting all this NaCl, peptone and Luria yeast extract, that all I said that form the Luria broth. So you can see that in the flask, the student is adding everything. She has taken water, because there is a weight proportion that in 100 ml of the water, how much concentration of peptone should go, yeast extract should go, NaCl should go. There is a standard proportion. So you have to weigh, add all the ingredients, mix it as she is mixing. The teacher has come to monitor whether she is doing in right proportion or not. So here she is simply adding all the chemicals to make Luria broth. after adding all the chemicals, I will rush the video in the weight proportion. She will do autoclaving. Once the media is made, you see this is the equipment for autoclaving. You will not able to understand the language here of this video because it's in Chinese, but I am speaking, you can hear me. So they have now put the media for autoclaving. This is the equipment. You can see on the top, we can see what is the pressure, what is the temperature. After making the media, you have to sterilize it in the autoclave. And here you will get the reading. वो 15 psi पे जब आ जाता है प्रेशर पे तो यहाँ पे दिखाता है 15 psi. 15 psi पे जिस समय आ जाएगा फिर हमें 20 मिनट के लिए रखना पड़ेगा उसको 20 minutes के लिए. Now they have left the media for autoclaving. जब ऑटोक्लेव हो जाता है उसके बाद लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर हैज बिल्ड अप, तो वी नीड टू रिलीज द प्रेशर. दैट इज व्हाट द साइंटिस्ट हैज डन. ही हैज रिलीज द प्रेशर. आफ्टर रिलीजिंग द प्रेशर ओनली यू कैन टेक आउट द स्टरलाइज्ड प्रोडक्ट्स. And he is showing that it has to be properly sterilized. Now, since the media was at a temperature of 121 and 15 psi, it is very hot. You cannot inoculate in this hot temperature. You need to cool it down. वरना माइक्रोबियल डेथ हो जाएगी. अगर मैं हॉट मीडिया में ही इकोला इनोकुलेट कर दूंगी, सो माय माइक्रोब्स विल डाई. Now again, she is going after done. She is going to add the E. coli, the fresh culture, in the laminar. This equipment in which she is working, it's a laminar airflow, जिसमें controlled conditions मिल रही हैं. ये open air में नहीं कर रही है. Then after adding, they're also adding antibiotic here because they are carrying some dust diffusion. See, are you seeing this flame? Why she is using this flame? Because you have to sterilize everything. The inoculum loop also which you are using to inoculate. तो हमें सारा जो हम bottles use कर रहे हैं उनका mouth भी sterilize करना पड़ता है flame से. So this flame sterilization facility, this is there. स्पिरिट होता है या फिर ये वाला हमारे पास इंटरनल अरेंजमेंट होता है लेमिनार में, जिससे हम उसको फ्लेम स्टरलाइज कर सकते हैं. बिफोर क्लोजिंग द बॉटल यू नीड टू फ्लेम स्टरलाइज द माउथ ताकि कोई कंटामिनेशन ना आया हो. एंड शी हैज डन द प्लेटिंग आल्सो. उसने अगार प्लेट्स को पोर किया है, इनोकुलेटेड. सी द मीडिया इज कूल्ड. And now after doing flame sterilization of the mouth of the bottle, she is pouring it on the Petri plates. So this is the way how we do the plating. We take the Petri plates, she has inoculated the media with the microbe and she is plating. It's a pour plate technique basically. Here it's not a spread plate, जहाँ पे media डालने के बाद ऊपर हमें streaking करनी हो. A lot of things are not still there, like she will put it on the orbital incubator shaker for 2-3 days and then they will use a spectrophotometer. I don't want to share screen. I want to come in the normal room. Roma, I'm not able to see the participants. Why? I'm seeing a blank screen. Is everybody there? Okay, fine. I want to take up the questions now because conducting a wet lab experiment on virtual is not possible. I could show you the media designing, autoclaving and pouring part. Remaining things I have explained in the protocol that after making it, you have to put it in the orbital incubator shaker. After 3 days, you will withdraw the sample timely, take the OD in the spectrophotometer, then go for the centrifugation to settle the pellets, and then go for taking the dry weight after putting in hot air oven for how much time? 24 hours at 80°. And then from the weighing balance, you have to calculate the amount of cells left. So questions I will like to take up now.